Hello everyone. So this is a little bit of a different development vlog here, and usually I'm talking about making some kind of game or product or doing some kind of freelance contract work. And the last 2 or 3 weeks, it's pretty much all of the work that I've been doing has been web development. And so kind of to get started on this is my old web host moonfruit.com had a web builder, automatic web builder built into their website. So you kind of assemble your website using their online editor. Problem is they were really slow to kind of get with the times. So this is the website built with their web builder, and I've had it up for quite a few years. And as you see, when I narrow the viewport here, you get this horizontal scroll bar, and you have to scroll over the content. So as you can see, their technology is building a fixed width website, and it's not responsive or fluid at all. So when you get this down on a mobile device, it looks really horrible, and it's a really bad user experience. Plus, their servers or whatever are pretty slow. And I just think it's because a lot of this stuff's just not really optimized. As I'm clicking through these links, they're a little slow. But I think some of their portfolio gallery features are pretty nice. But so what I wanted to do was migrate to my own hosting, which I already have set up, and I already have another site live on it, and migrate all of this content from Moonfruit over to my own web host. So this is where I've been in development on this. This is my personal professional portfolio here, and the pages are foundationally functional and working, but there's still a lot of content and work that I'm going to need to put in here. Some of these pages, like the home page, this all works. So when I click these links, they go to the games that I've worked on. The pop-ups are all working. All of these links at the bottom are working that take to the different social networks and different kind of game or real-time networks that I'm in here. And then some of my own stuff, like my own company here. This is one of the sites last week that I went live with and finished. And the Moonfruit static version of it was horrible, but it is pretty good now. The version that I have up is pretty clean, works pretty well. Got all the free stuff on here that you can download and check out. The only part that's kind of not finished on it right now is the web store. It's because I have a lot of things, 40 or 50 items that I sell, and I just have not ported over all of the imagery and pricing data and everything for all of those items. So I'm just going to live with this being in progress for right now. But one of the great things is you saw that the Moonfruit sites were fixed width and kind of static. And as we go down in this, we get the mobile drop down. So for your tablets and your mobile phones and stuff like that, it works great. And everything scales and collapses down. You know, you get a ton of these little cards for the blueprints here on a high-res desktop screen, and then as you go down to a tablet screen, they get a little bit larger and easier to see and click. So it's pretty nice. It is what they call responsive web design, and it's working well. And that's where I'm kind of at with my portfolio. I have the About page completed, all of the things I've worked on. My YouTube channel here, yep, and then all of the YouTube tutorials that I offer, and I just picked a few of the key ones that I thought were pretty neat and helpful. And the blog is not done, and the blog is not styled or formatted to fit the color scheme of the rest of the website. I had I'm working in Adobe Brackets here, and I had downloaded a template, HTML5 template using Bootstrap for a lot of the formatting and layout, and I've kind of been just going through here and making the template my own. I wasn't going to reinvent the wheel and build an HTML and CSS foundation up from scratch. The portfolio is not done yet, but this is how it'll be because I have a lot of different items I just didn't like the way the old site had them broken out up here. It's just kind of crazy to kind of look at all that clutter, and whereas I could just break them out and go, if you want to look at the portfolio up close, here they are. And it's not done yet. I actually have the examples that I could lay the portfolio out. I could lay them out in a 1-column. I'm probably going to go with this 4-column layout and have it to where you hover or click and you get to see different items. This is a good example here of what some of these portfolio items will look like. So these are the featured ones. When I click on it, you get this kind of detail page on these assets. Shows you what software I've used to create it. And then up here for where the lorem ipsum stand-in text is where I will put the poly count, the textures used, the material types used, and maybe somewhat of some bullet points on how I've set the Unity scene up. And the template didn't kind of come with this functionality, but I did a little bit of JavaScript in there for the image swapping and stuff like that. And it works really well. All 3 of those items are on the front page are set up. Those key items. Just kind of wanted a proof of concept on what this portfolio item detail could kind of look like. So I got those working. That's kind of where I'm at. It sure beats kind of having something like this happening. And I just need to migrate, and I've already migrated over the Fatbox Software website, so we're good to go on that. And then I'll probably be working on this website for another 2 weeks, and that's mostly because I've got a ton of work in these subpages, and I have to bring all of this imagery over into here in the portfolio and all these subsections. So I have hundreds of images and assets to bring over information about. So it's a little overwhelming, and I think what I'm going to do is kind of maybe cull out some of this stuff in my portfolio that's old like this, or that was work in progress and not exactly finished, or maybe some of this really low poly mobile stuff, and just bring over the strongest stuff. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. So we'll kind of cull the portfolio out a little bit. But I like it. I was also able to get a few of these CSS transitions in here for nice little animations and hover effects and things like that. So I really like that as well. The old website here was not capable of that. So it's kind of an added touch. And I think that's really going to turn out well. This site is also mobile responsive. I'm going to move this menu over here probably to the middle of the right hand side. But it also works on tablets and mobile. So that's what I've been working on. And hopefully in the next 2 weeks I will get this wrapped up and be able to get back to working on some of these game projects like The Answer Is Never. I really want to get back to working on this game, and it'd be nice to get this web development over with. Thank you for watching.